Offering this amendment because Great Lakes ports and harbors are facing a crisis, and I want to thank the chairman of the committee for his willingness to work on this situation, not just in this bill but in previous bills as well. The Great Lakes Navigation System is a critical international waterway that extends from the western end of Lake Superior to the Gulf of the St. Lawrence Seaway on the Atlantic Ocean, a distance of over 2,400 miles. The U.S. portion of the system includes 140 harbors and over 600 miles of maintained navigation channels. This system can handle 20 million tons of cargo that generate and sustain around 130,000 good-paying jobs and an $18 billion support to our economy in 8 different Great Lakes states and around the country. However, 16 million cubic yards of sediment clog these ports and waterways in the Great Lakes. It's estimated that it would cost nearly $200 million to make them fully functional. In addition, the critical Soo locks in the joining Lake Superior and Lake Huron require $115 million to complete maintenance rehabilitation, while Great Lakes breakwaters and jetties need $250 million for repairs. We must act before the crisis in the Great Lakes grows even worse. Just 2 years ago, the House overwhelmingly passed the Water Resource Reform and Development Act, 412 votes to 4, and it was later signed into law. WARDA 2014 included a provision that temporarily set aside 10% of Army Corps priority funding for the Great Lakes Navigation System. Consistent with the spirit of WARDA 2014, my amendment provides the 140 federally maintained commercial and recreational Great Lakes ports and harbors with access to dependable funding by ensuring that the set-aside does not expire. These federal harbors, channels like Pentwater, White Lake, Ludington, Muskegon, Holland, Grand Haven in my district are the lifeblood of these communities. The federal government must meet its obligation to communities across the Great Lakes region. These ports and harbors are engines of economic growth that create jobs for American workers, farmers, and manufacturers. And as the chairman knows, it would be my preference to ensure that these ports and harbors across our nation are properly maintained by using the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund for its intended purpose, harbor maintenance. But we've been working together since 2011 and we've made significant progress. In fiscal year 2011, only 47% of the harbor maintenance tax that was paid into the HMTF was used to dredge and maintain our harbors because this trust fund was rated, frankly, to pay for unrelated projects. Because of the progress we have made, the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund will retain 76% of the revenues that are intended for water infrastructure improvement. Harbor dredging under this year's Appropriations Committee passed funding bill. This is a huge win for coastal communities in all of these different states and, frankly, for our entire nation. I look forward to building on this success in the future and would like to thank the chairman for working with us. And with that, I reserve the balance of my time.